afternoon. It is my honor to welcome you to the official ribbon cutting of the Livonia Early Childhood Center. We have a number of dignitaries who have chosen to join us this afternoon from the state, the county, and the city. We have a number of other folks also who have chosen to join us from our construction team, who we will be recognizing later. Right now, I would like to ask some of our dignitaries who are here to stand as we call your name, and if you can hold your applause until we recognize each group, that would be terrific. We have with us this afternoon State Representative Lori Bahutsky, State Representative Matt Kolazar, State Senator David Pohanke, Jackie Thomason from State Senator Mary Kavanaugh's office, Wayne County Commissioner Karen Morecki, Wayne County Commissioner Glenn Anderson, Livonia Mayor Maureen Miller-Brosnan, Livonia City Councilwoman Laura Toy, Livonia City Council Vice President Martha Cashman. Can we give a warm round of applause? On the Board of Education, we have President Karen Bradford, Vice President Mark Johnson, Trustee Crystal Frank, Trustee Liz Jarvis, Trustee Connie Burton. From our Livonia Public School Cabinet, we have our Superintendent, Andrea Oquist, Phil Francis, the Assistant Superintendent of District Services, Allison Smith, our Chief Financial Officer, Bill Green, our Director of Elementary Programs and District Services, Kevin Etu, Director of Secondary Programs and District Services, Teresa O'Brien, our Chief Academic Officer, Anthony Abate, Director of Human Resources, Jennifer Keats, Director of Human Resources, Megan Sproul, Director of Student Services, Stacy Jenkins, Administrator of District Communications, and a host of others from the state, Wayne County RESA, Livonia Public Schools Administrative Leadership Team, and of course, in purple, in a large mass, our amazing Early Childhood Center staff. The first word that I think of immediately when I think of our Livonia Early Childhood Center is joy. If you've spent any time recently around 2- and 3-year-olds, you will know that so many things in their life is joyful. Coming to school, a specific item of clothing, a specific food they want to eat, books, especially their favorite books read to them by someone who they love, toys, especially somebody else's toy, or a toy in a new spot. All of this play is a child's work, and it's really important stuff. As adults today, we get to share in that joy in this beautiful facility, in the amazing programming that we're able to offer here, celebrating our dedicated and loving staff who deliver it to our kiddos every day. If you have not had time yet, as you wander around the building, take advantage and take a look at some of the details that are here to offer our kiddos. The round windows that are just the right size and height for little ones to crawl up with a book or a toy, and they ran right to it on the first day. Whiteboards that go almost all the way to the floor so our little ones can participate. And my personal favorite, if you haven't seen it yet, just out the back and to your right, is the small kid-sized kitchen. Not just for washing hands, but the little itty-bitty 2-level counters so that they can go back and make muffins and other little treats for their teachers and have equipment that's just exactly their size. I absolutely love it. So many people have been excited about this building through the entire process. As board members, we were excited about going out into our community to explain why this bond was so necessary and how important and exciting this building is going to be. So many people were excited about choosing the right curriculum, which we just recently approved some new curriculum for some of our programming. Others chose colors and finishes. They were all intentional. Others chose other building details and architectural pieces. Some chose furniture. but a lot of adults were very, very excited about getting involved in the work here. This was the adults' work. Thankfully, when glitches happened, because they do in every new building, we did not behave like our 2-year-old loved ones and throw ourselves on the floor into a tantrum. Sometimes we want to, but we get better than that. Instead, this team worked together, and we got this building done on time and on budget. And that deserves a round of applause. This is a joyful place for our young families. It's an asset for our community, and it's a great place for little people to be. So today, I share my joy with you, and I hope you join me in enjoying the serving heaven ceremony. We have one very special lady to thank for a lot of this work. Certainly not all of it, because it's been an enormous team. But there's been one person in the center who's been in charge. She has led with passion. She has made sure that this is a state-of-the-art facility. It is beautiful. And if you know her, you know I mean it when I say no detail is overlooked. It is my distinct pleasure to introduce to you our Chief Joy Officer, Andrea, Superintendent.
What a great day. Thank you so much, Colleen. You are one of this district's champions, one of your greatest champions. And we are truly, truly better for the service that you've given for more than 2 decades to our children. Our people make all the difference. Well, hello everyone, and a huge welcome to this special day. We had an amazing open house for the community in July. We had the first day of school in August, and now we have the official ribbon cutting to open this beautiful, beautiful school for our youngest learners. This is such a special day for all of us, and the fact that you took time to be here with us this evening really means the world to us. So with a grateful heart, today we stand at the intersection of the former Dickinson Junior High School. We are at that intersection of old and new, quite literally. This portion of the school actually blends the former Dickinson and then the entire new portion of our school. We have great respect for the traditions of our past, and we always have a hopeful eye on the innovations of the future. This school serves as the gateway to Livonia Public Schools. We know that when our families choose to begin here and they join us on that journey, that we love that this is where their journey in LPS begins. As Colleen said, this was a vision as part of our 2021 bond issue, which really grew off of our initial bond issue in 2013. When we were planning for this bond, we were doing so in the middle of a global pandemic. We were planning through 2020, and we even questioned about whether or not we should hold off moving forward. And what we decided is we need to be stronger, we need to be brighter, we need to be more innovative as we emerge from the pandemic. And one of the things that we continuously asked was, what is the next iteration of Livonia Public Schools? Who do we want to be as we serve our children and as we serve our staff? And this was one of the key investments we wanted to make. It is an investment in the future of our children, it's an investment in our community, because we know that people make the difference. In the 2021 bond, we had the vision to really bolster 2 ends of the spectrum, bookends, so to speak. As you know, we did a lot of work at the Livonia Career Technical Center to expand programming in medical and construction trades, and all of the different areas that service over 1,100 students at the Career Technical Center. We also, on the north end of the school, added a 15,000 square foot robotics facility that is spectacular. And then we moved to the other end of the continuum, of the educational continuum of Livonia, and began to design the Early Childhood Center. When we broke ground on May 22nd, 2023, I have to tell you, I don't know that any of us could have imagined that the school would turn out the way that it did. We knew we had pretty amazing hearts and minds working together, and we had the opportunity to go to many different areas and to learn from those who came before us. We visited Mount Pleasant and Troy and Van Buren and Novi, and we had an opportunity to take a look at the best of what was out there in early childhood education, because we knew that's what we wanted for our staff and our students, the very, very best. So today, you're going to be able to hear from several key members of our team up here who are part of this impactful work. And there are many that you won't hear from directly. And I want to make sure that we acknowledge each and every person who worked from the initial development of the bond issue all the way through opening day on August 22nd. And I really want to just take a moment and give a special shout out to the amazing team here in purple at the Early Childhood Center. I'd like each of you to stand and be recognized. My colleagues are going to do a number of other acknowledgments, but please know that I personally am so grateful for every ounce of effort that has been given. Our people make the difference. Over the past decade, we have invested over $300 million in our schools and in our school community, our school sites. You've seen transformations take place to our classrooms. We're opening all new library media centers. And of course, you've seen our spectacular performing arts centers, athletic fields, and more. And I have to tell you, as an alumna of LPS, as a lifelong resident, as an LPS parent, and certainly as a staff member, it brings me such hope for what can be accomplished when a community comes together in support of its children. There will never be a greater investment that you can make. It really started back in 2013 when the first bond issue over 20 years ago was developed. Not 20 years ago, the first bond in 20 years in 2013, and that was thanks to many visionaries, including our Board of Education and Dr. Randy Liaba, our previous superintendent, a dear, dear friend of mine and an amazing mentor. They began a journey that over the past decade has looked to reinvigorate literally every corner of our school district, and it truly is amazing. After all, our people make the difference. So do new spaces like our Idea Factories and our Library Media Centers and our Performing Arts Centers automatically engage and enlighten our students? Not without amazing, talented, and dedicated staff. They bring each of these newly designed spaces to life with our students, and that is where the magic happens. And if you'll indulge me for a moment as I close, I just want to take a moment and acknowledge some teams that I am so fortunate to work with each and every day. I feel beyond blessed to be able to do this work and to do this work in a place that I truly, truly love. So I first want to thank the team that I work with regularly, our Board of Education. They are unlike any other group of servant leaders that I have ever had the pleasure to work with. We are so very fortunate to have you guiding our school district. Our team of cabinet leaders who stood just a few moments ago, I am in awe of who you are. I am in awe of your hearts and your minds, and no one would have any idea of the amount of time you give to our children, to our staff, and to this district. I do, because I get the privilege of walking that journey every day with you. So thank you. And today my heart is also full. I'm going to just take a personal point of privilege to share with you that I have some very special members of my family here. And I will tell you, they are my very favorite team. So I have my amazing mom, who is an LPS retiree, who is the epitome of strength and grace, Eunice Figueres. Our daughter, Olivia, who is an educator in Novi schools. I love walking the journey of learning and leadership beside her. She invigorates me and she reminds me how hard our teachers and our staff work every single day when she comes home exhausted from those kindergartners. But I love to hear the stories. And my sweet, sweet sister, who is just a role model for our family. And I'm so proud to have each of you here today. I love you. day to do this work on behalf of the children that we serve. So now I am going to turn it over to a true difference maker. This is someone who has shepherded every aspect of the transition from Jackson Early Childhood Center to the Livonia Early Childhood Center. He sees each of these projects through to the very end, and he sees them as a true labor of love. So I'm going to turn it over to my colleague and my friend, Mr. Bill Green, our Director of Elementary Programs and District Services.
Good evening, almost good evening. I have a script tonight, so you'll all be happy. You'll get out in time for the Lions game. There are truly so many things I want to say this evening. I hope in the next few months I get to make a personal connection with all of you who are making it happen each and every day here at our Early Childhood Center. I had the privilege at Roosevelt in 2015 to welcome our Parentville team over to Roosevelt, and that was just such a great learning for me about the early childhood experiences that took place at Parentville. And I was equally excited when I took on this role in 2020. Unfortunately, it was during COVID, and I was able to integrate into the Jackson community. I assumed they knew who I was. So one of my first interactions with the Jackson community was I heard about all these cute babies at Jackson. So I thought, I'd go visit the babies. I was proud. I had the ID that could get into the side door. And I walked in, and if you're in the crowd or not, you probably remember this interaction, but they have their safety protocols down. Because I came in and I said, I'm here to see the adorable babies. Where are they? And then very firmly, I was asked to show my ID and redirect me to the main office. And so I learned no matter what, start at the main office. But truly today just marks a momentous occasion as we gather to celebrate the launch of our new Early Childhood Center. This center is more than just a building. It's a beacon of hope and a place where dreams will take root and they're going to flourish. And it marks a signal to our community of our investment in the future. I had a gentleman that was a neighbor when I was growing up who came on July 15th and he said, when we moved into Livonia, everything was new. And this just fills my heart because this is new. And you know, there's not a lot of new things nowadays being built in cities that have been established. And I know you're going to hear a little bit later from some city officials about some hopes and dreams at the city level. But this is a clear signal to our community that we are constantly looking towards the future. And as already mentioned, we couldn't have done this without the support of our Livonia residents, their support of our 2021 bond issue, and the vision of our superintendent. Please give her a hand. And the backing of our Board of Education. Our Board of Education is top notch. When I taught a college class at Medina University, I'd take them to visit board meetings, and they would come back and say, those are kind of boring. And I said, that's because we have a highly effective Board of Education. You do not want the Warren Pope show on Monday night. And they are amazing, and they are solid, and they back up every employee and every family in our school district. In these walls, though, our youngest minds start their journey, diversity, discovery, creativity, and growth. Here they'll learn the values that we hope to instill in them of kindness, curiosity, and resilience. Our dedicated educators here are so committed. If you haven't seen them in action, they're committed to nurturing each child's unique potential and ensuring that they have a foundation as they hand off from the pre-world to the elementary world. And they do a great job. Our Early Childhood Center offers a variety of programs and services designed to support not only the children entrusted to us, but also their families. Our families need help raising children, and they have so many outreach programs here that help coach our families on what they need as well. And we are so privileged as a family. My wife Margaret and I had an opportunity many years ago to start our journey at Jackson, and they built the foundation of early childhood success for our own children. So again, this incredible achievement would not have been possible without the unwavering support of all of our community and the hard work of our contractors and our employees. Your contributions, whether through time, overtime, resources, or expertise, have been invaluable to bringing this vision to life. And it was like when I was looking back at the last 15 years and romancing about the old gym here at Get Skills and then Dickinson before, and I thought about what was the lesson I learned. It was the collaboration, the teamwork. Everybody had a hand in this, and it took a lot of those things that Colleen said earlier. Patience, reconfiguring our mindsets, and moving forward. And I wanted to thank our elementary principal team, my cabinet team, for their support, because some of my priorities shifted in my work the past year, so I thank you. And this design here just perfectly blends the former Perrinville and Jackson early childhood centers into a new vision. So thank you. And as we launch this center, we're opening hearts and minds and dreams for our community in the years to come, long after I'll be in this role. So thank you again. And at this time, I would like to welcome the person that leads this building each and every day, Dr. Katie Dodge, and our early childhood supervisor, Gail Federani. Let's give it up for her.
And then, next, we would like to acknowledge, thank, applaud, and celebrate the incredible early childhood staff. These amazing humans have taken a newly built, state-of-the-art early childhood center, and because of their passion, love, and dedication, they truly built an incredibly warm and inviting school that is filled with joy, laughter, learning, and lots of parades. Thank you to Miranda Kapner for all your support with licensing, and a special thank you to Mike Crosby. Gail and I have truly enjoyed seeing our youngest learners flourish during these past 6 weeks. Gail, will you please share some of how these new spaces have changed learning for our students?
I would love to do that, but before I get into that, I would also love to thank my friends in the Sea of Purple. We could not have done this without you, and I'm proud to be part of your team, and I couldn't ask to be associated with a better group of people, so hats off to you, and thanks for taking this journey with me. Also, I would also like to celebrate the team that brings me joy, not only in addition to you, but Miranda Kapner, if you could please stand for a moment, and Dr. Katie Dodge. Without these two ladies, this would have really been a difficult journey, and they have made a lot of sacrifices, and they have, given us insight, and it's just been a wonderful journey to take with you, and I couldn't imagine it with two better ladies. So thank you so much for being part of that. To share a few highlights, I don't even know where to begin because there are so many wonderful things that are happening in this building. I've been here in this role for 24 years and I have dreamed of this day, and it has far surpassed any expectation that I would have had. So thank you to the community, to the board, to the cabinet. It has been absolutely a wonderful ride. So thank you for making this such an important part of our community and an option for our young families. So my hat's off to you. But inside these walls, let's see. To get to some numbers for you, we have 627 students who are here on a weekly basis. We have 7 very unique programs that are all blending together and doing a marvelous job. We have 115 staff members that join us every week to help with the parades and the learning, and they're just captains of fun. It's a really fun place to be. If you're ever needing a smile, if you're ever needing joy, this is the place you want to be, because I'm telling you, we are blessed to get to have joy every day with our kiddos. If I had to pick some really cool spaces that I personally love, I would have to first and foremost highlight our family room areas. We didn't have this in our old space, and the staff has really adopted these areas, and there's so much great learning, and so many new friendships being formed in areas where they're working on large motor skills, they're working on fine motor skills, they're learning to share, to play, and to really learn how to be part of a classroom community. And it's really nice to see all the programs blend together, so that always makes my heart very, very happy. So that's one of my favorite spots. And then we also have this wonderful spot. If you look around, I mean, this is absolutely phenomenal. The kids get to run and jump, they get to climb, they get to ride bikes, and it's just a really fun place where kids can get their wiggles out and then, you know, join their classroom and just have a great time. So, Katie, back to you. Couple other things.
So, some other things you might not know about us. That's Gio. There's not always joy. A couple other things. At the ECC, we also believe it is very important to support our community partners. Each day, our student interns from Garfield Community School help prep and deliver breakfast to our classrooms. They also help keep our school clean and work in classrooms with students. We have 35 student interns who come twice weekly to work in our classrooms as well. They're part of the Child Development Program and looking to go into education and child care. We have a very active PTA. Can I have the PTA stand so we can thank you publicly? Funds that for us, so we're so lucky for that. And we also have another very special guest in the crowd, Mrs. Miles. Mrs. Miles, will you stand? Mrs. Miles is a community volunteer who works Monday through Wednesday, all day, 8 to 2, 8 to 4, no bathroom breaks on Tuesdays, no lunch break, she brings you yogurt. Class. She creates her own curriculum. She knows every student's name. She is a game changer in our building, and she does it because she has a huge heart. So thank you. We also deeply believe in making sure all of our students can learn and grow together. So we have a laser-like focus on inclusion in this building and finding ways to make sure all of our students have access to peers who may need more or have more to offer. So that is something that we focus on daily. We, above all, believe in smiling and spreading love. Something that might help you see our core values is our school song. So, Amy, can you lead us in our school song? You ready, guys? Yeah, Amy and Mary get to go. She ran out. Okay, guys, ready? Let's stand. You can do this. Do it.
And I'm personally really excited about the mixing bowl because it's right next to my office. So there's going to be great cooking, there's going to be great science experiments. And Clayton, if you have some extra money, you might want to put like a takeout window in my office. For me, just selfishly saying. So with that, we're going to
turn it over to Mr. Phil Francis, the Assistant Superintendent of District Services.
Promised Andrea I would stick to the script she forced me to read, right? And that's what I'm going to go off for a second. Bill, you're going to learn that song. And you're going to sing it every day as a reminder how to behave. Okay, well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us today at this monumentous occasion, the ribbon cutting of the new Livonia Early Childhood Center. Your presence here means a lot to us, and we are thrilled to share this special day with you. First and foremost, I would like to extend a huge thank you to everyone who has supported this project from its inception to its completion. Only a team effort with everyone rowing together and in the same direction can make this a reality. I want to take a moment to acknowledge and introduce our partners who played a pivotal role in bringing this center to life. You've already met the staff in this building, and they are obviously a huge partner. You just heard from the administrative team of this building. I'm going to go into some of the folks who are a little bit lesser known across the district. Plant Maria and Real Point. Your raise up here, you guys know where you're at. Your expertise in project management and financial advisory has been invaluable. Thank you for guiding us through every step of this journey with precision and care. Specifically, we'd like to thank Paul Terrell, partner, who is unable to be with us this evening, and Brian Weber, Senior Vice President. The thing I like about Brian the best, I've realized, is that whenever at the end of the day I see him, he looks as tired as I feel. So it's perfect. So they were really by our side from the beginning, and they've truly lived and breathed this project with us every single day. So thank you very much. Next, Clark Construction. Your commitment to excellence, right here guys, Clark Construction. Your commitment to excellence in construction has ensured that our center is not only beautiful, but also safe and functional. We appreciate your tireless efforts and attention to detail. I'd like to give special thanks to Jim Kaiser, Senior Project Manager, who I don't believe is with us this evening, Clayton Swenson, Superintendent on site for this ECC project, Oliver Rice, Assistant Project Manager, and also Blake Trombley, Project Engineer. Thank you, everybody from Clark. TMP Architecture. Your innovative designs have given us a space that is both inspiring and conducive to learning. Thank you for creating an environment where our children can play, learn, and thrive. And a very big thank you to John Castellana, Chairman of the TMP. He was unable to be with us. He sent me a long email, just absolutely crushed, because the design, the overall ethos and design of this building was John's. And I remember when we first had him come in with his first drawings chalked out on the board, and it was that we saw spreading across this large property that excited us. Also, Sarah Watson, Interior Group Leader, and your designs are beautiful and functional and will live on for many years to come. So thank you, TMP. Livonia Public Schools Maintenance and Facilities. Our district employs many knowledgeable and dedicated people, and much credit goes to our internal team members who contributed to the design, oversaw the build, and labored over the beautification. I'd like to specifically thank Harry Lau, Administrator of Facilities and Operations, Carl Roberts, Supervisor of Maintenance and Trades in the back, standing next to Batman is his Robin, which is Keith Crockett. And Tim Clan, Administrator of Information and Instructional Technology. This all works because of him and his team, so good. Together we've created a place where young minds will explore the world. This Early Childhood Center is a great point of pride for Livonia Public Schools, and I'm certain it is looked upon in the same manner by the Livonia community. Speaking of the Livonia community, I would be remiss if I didn't thank the community as a whole for supporting the 2021 bond initiative, which enabled this building that we see and sit in today. Our wonderful next door neighbor, St. Colette, has been supportive, patient, and gracious. And of course, the city of Livonia, the mayor and her team have been both guide and cheerleader throughout this process. Once again, thank you all for being here today and for your continued support. We look forward to the many wonderful memories and milestones that will be made within these walls. Thank you very much. And now I want to turn it over to our mayor, Mort. She's not the mayor yet. I come from the future. Our current board president,
All right, good evening, and thank you for joining us for this exciting evening at this beautiful new school. I'm Karen Bradford, and maybe the next mayor. And I proudly serve as the president of the Board of Education. I know that I speak for all of our board members when I say that this project is a huge point of pride for our district and our community. Just to see the dream come to life, from the plans on the paper to the digging of the first shovel of dirt, and all the way to this day when we officially pause to realize this incredible accomplishment. This has truly been a multifaceted team effort. First and foremost, I would like to thank the LPS community for approving the funds to build this new center through the 2021 bond issue. The support from our community is nothing short of amazing. Thank you so much. We are seeing that support come to life here, and we are reminded that our community continues to provide quality services and excellent schools for our students and families. I would also like to thank the LPS leadership team for bringing this vision forward and for tending to the thousands of details that went into the construction. And it could not have been done without the stellar work of our bond team, many of whom have joined us this evening. From the bottom of our hearts, we thank you. I remain in awe as I walk through these halls and see all of the little ones playing, learning, and growing. This place is truly magical for our little ones and our littlest learners, and we should all be so proud to have made this special place a reality for so many children and families. Our district has always had top-notch early childhood programs. My own 4 children attended the Jackson Center way back. But this new early childhood center just really elevates our offerings for our young families within our community. On behalf of the Board of Education, congratulations LPS, job well done. Now, I would like to introduce our wonderful mayor. Yes, she's our mayor. The mayor of Livonia, Maureen Miller.
Good evening, everybody. Maureen Miller-Brosnan, mayor at the moment. This is truly a wonderful day, and thank you so much for having me here, along with a number of our other city leaders, to help you to celebrate this momentous occasion in truly envisioning a new day for the city of Livonia. A huge vision has been realized today in the ribbon cutting this evening, This beautiful early childhood education center is truly a significant investment in the next generation of Livonia's future leaders. This gorgeous facility shows the vision and the forethought of Livonia Public School leadership, from Andrea Oquist and her amazing cabinet team to our elected school board members, to the team of educators and all of the folks that have come together to make this happen. Truly a magnificent undertaking and accomplishment. You know, I couldn't help but pause as Andrea was making her remarks and get, quite honestly, a little bit emotional. I know from the seat that I sit in on the other side of the street as mayor of the city of Livonia, how big these days are, how momentous they are. And the one thing that you cannot say enough of is thank you. So to all of you who came together to advance education in our community, to make this early childhood education center available to that next generation of young people in Livonia, thank you, thank you, thank you. This shows the vision and the support that was provided by voters in our community who approved the bond 3 years ago, laying the groundwork for this project. It also shows the vision and the attention to detail from the team at Plant Moran Real Point, which served as the owner's representative and on this early childhood education center, and all of the facility improvements that have come as a result of their work. We like them so much, we have borrowed them across the street to help us realize our vision for the future. So you're going to hear more from the team at Plant Moran Real Point and their amazing work throughout the city. They are really truly going to leave their mark here in Livonia. Some of you might remember a warm summer day just about 3.5 months ago when we broke ground for the city's new senior wellness center. And this is next to the Kersey Recreation Center. Now, obviously, that was a major investment on behalf of the city in the future of our community, but it was targeting a slightly different demographic than this one was today. But the similarity is important. It is important because on both occasions, we are investing in the future. The future, and it's going to take a future of dreamers and doers and believers and cheerleaders to keep this city moving forward. So investments like this that are coming to fruition in an early childhood education center are a manifestation of that. That's how Livonia Public Schools brought about this early childhood education center, by staying focused on the future. It is very much what we are trying to accomplish across the street throughout the city of Livonia, remaining focused on the one thing that we can all agree on, that Livonia is a city that we want our children to come home to. It's investments like this that are going to make that possible. So that we call that in the city Livonia Vision 21. And as we make Livonia Vision 21 a reality, know that investments like this, projects like this, that reach this point are how we are remaining committed to that vision for our city. It's what we call the Livonia spirit. It is strong, it is tenacious, it does not stop, it never ever quits. So congratulations to all of you today who brought this vision and this investment in our city's future to its fruition. Together, let's all keep investing in our future. Let's keep building a place that our children want to come home to. Livonia has a phenomenal cheerleader in Dan West. Dan is the Executive Director and President, CEO, all of those titles, of our Livonia Westland Chamber of Commerce. And you'll find nobody more invested in assuring that future than him. So I now present to you Mr. Dan West.
I realize I'm the last speaker, and like Detroit Tiger pitching, you expect me to close it out quickly and efficiently. That's what I'm going to do this evening. Good evening, and congratulations to the Livonia Public Schools staff and board with the development of this new early childhood center. This is a $30 million investment in a beautiful redevelopment of an old school site, which gives more local families the opportunity to send their young children to this new facility to get a head start on their education. As a parent who had a great experience with our children at Jackson Center, I imagine there will be more wonderful experiences for children here at the new Livonia Early Childhood Center. Livonia has long been known as a place for families, and this project only enhances that reputation. And LPS voters demonstrated their dedication to families and schools in this community with their support of the bond issue 3.5 years ago, which brings us to this day. And from the perspective of the business community in Livonia and Westland, this new center attracts more families to our area, which is good for our area's economic development, our local businesses, our real estate market, and our property values. The future of our community starts with the young people who will begin their education journey here, and the future looks bright with this wonderful new Livonia Early Childhood Center. Best of luck to the team.
For sharing this with our community and for being a part of the program this evening. In just a moment, we're going to head outside and do the official ribbon cutting, and then we're going to have a chance to enjoy some wonderful refreshments that have been prepared by a 2022 Stevenson grad who is a culinary standout student at Schoolcraft College, Grace Hyatt, cooked by Grace. So she has made some wonderful treats for us this evening that we hope you'll come in and enjoy after we do the ribbon cutting. And as we head outside, I just want to take a moment. We have a number of our state elected officials here today. And although this beautiful facility was built through the support of our community and our bond, we would not be able to do the work that we're able to do each and every day for the children we serve and our staff who work with each of our kids to be able to keep our schools growing, innovating, and safe. If we did not have the investment that our state has made in our children. And I want to thank our legislators who are here, who even as recently as last week continued to invest in our children because they believe that they truly are our most precious piece of commodity in our state, and they have fought fearlessly for them. So I once again want to thank our state officials for your investment. So we are ready to go outside and we are ready to cut that ribbon. So we invite you to join us. You can head back down the hallway. We're going to go out to the front. We're going to do the official ribbon cutting. We'd like to take some group photos as well, and then come back in and enjoy some refreshments. Thanks so much, everyone.